stand with your feet hip distance apart, and we'll take the arms back into like a circle, so like you're doing a backstroke. So one arm back at a time, and you can get some rotation in your thoracic spine so that your shoulders are opening. Right, one arm at a time, so think of backstroke when you're swimming. Just be aware of your abdominal canister so we're not flaring too much. And then take it in the opposite direction, so swim forward. And reach the arm really far forward towards the front of the room. So you're stretching through your mid-back. Right, so the arms come over. So keep going on your breath. You can do this with me. Go all the way forward. And swim, get some rotation in your upper back. Stretch through your shoulder blades, and then we'll go back again. So take the reverse backward swim, and just see how much space you can get in your shoulders, how much rotation and movement you can get in your shoulders. If you notice that your shoulders are clicking, try to bring your hand up when you take it back. Go all the way back. Finding some movement and some space in the shoulders, and then go in the opposite direction, so swim forward, bringing the shoulders forward. So your hips can do a little bit of moving here, but it's mostly in your upper back. Do about 4 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then roll your shoulders out, and we'll take the arms just by your side, and we'll do the car wash. So you can flip-flop your arms from one side to the other, so your arms stay heavy. You're kind of giving a little slap to your other arm. And let the weight of your arms pull out of your shoulders. So you can feel the length of your arms extending out to the side. So you can speed it up if you want. Just keep going on your breath. And be aware of your abdominal canister. So making sure that everything is staying a little bit contracted as you're rotating. Just take 2 more here. And breathe. Good. And then roll the shoulders back. You can take your fingers onto your shoulders. Start to circle your elbows, so go all the way back. Stretch through the chest and get as wide as you can to make a circle as big as you can with your elbows. Opening the front of the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. And then rotate the opposite direction. So bring the elbows forward and try to spread through the shoulder blades. So almost like you're trying to touch the elbows together in the front, right? So you're stretching through the upper back. And really get into any parts that feel really tight. So keep rolling the shoulders. Nice. And do one more time the other direction. So elbows go back and open. Just opening through the front of the chest. And then other direction, so back and around to the front. Spreading through the shoulder blades as you come forward. Good. And then rest your arms. Great. So now on the floor, you can lay on your back and then come down with your knees stacked. Lay your head down, and then we'll take the arms stacked left on top of right, and we'll take the thoracic rotation. So inhale into your mid-back. Exhale, slide the hand across your chest, open to the left. Inhale, close it off. Exhale, open. Inhale, close it off over to the right. Exhale, open. Slide the left arm across. Inhale, close it off. Exhale, slide it open. Good. One more here. Inhale, close it off. And exhale, slide it all the way open. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And when you inhale, breathe into your mid-back. So expand into your mid-back on your inhale. Exhale, bring your rib cage towards your pubic bone a little bit. And then do that again. Inhale into your mid-back. And then exhale, rib cage towards your pubic bone on your exhale. Good. And then stack your left hand on top of your right, and we'll take the circle. So take the left arm all the way up overhead, reach towards the baseboard. So try to get as much length in your arms as you can, all the way out, around, and down. Reaching towards your foot, past your hip, and then all the way forward, letting your shoulder come forward and off of your back. So find as much movement as you can in your shoulder blade, especially when you move forward. So pulling forward and then all the way back. Good. And if this feels good, to stick right here, keep going, or you can kind of go back and forth here and reach forward, and then continue the circle all the way back around. So we'll do this 4 more times. Just going on your breath, exhaling as you're opening, inhaling as you're closing off and reaching forward. So you can breathe into your mid-back, and then exhale, open. Inhale as the arm comes forward, reaching forward, skimming the floor, exhale, open. Inhale forward, skimming the floor again, exhale all the way open. And one more, circle all the way around. And exhale, open. Good, and then you can come over to the other side. So knees over to the left. You can stack your right hand on top of your left. You'll inhale here into your mid-back. And then exhale, slide the right arm across, open to the left. Make sure you can still see me. Inhale, cross over, and exhale, slide open to the right. Good, bring the rib cage towards the pubic bone. Inhale, back to the left side. Exhale, slide the hand across, opening, trying to keep the hips stacked and opening through the thoracic spine. Good, exhale, inhale, back over to the left. And exhale, over, slide the right hand across and open. Good, 2 more here. Inhale, close. And exhale, open. Good, inhale, close. Exhale, open. Good, and then inhale, close it. Breathe into your mid-back. And then exhale, start to take the arm overhead. So skim it along the floor and all the way open. So reach through the fingers, reach through the shoulder, all the way down towards your hips, and then reach past your hips. Coming forward, bring your shoulder blade off of your back to reach forward. Even skimming the fingertips on the floor if that helps with the rotation. Good, so you can inhale as the arm closes over. And then exhale as the arm opens and the thoracic spine opens. Good. Inhale and close back off again. Exhale and open. Inhale and close. Breathe into your mid-back. Exhale and open. Good. One more here. Inhale. And exhale, open. Good, and then stack your hands. Good, and then come over onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Just take a couple breaths here into your mid-back. So press your mid-back into the floor so you can feel the resistance of the floor. Drop your shoulders down your back. One more breath here. Inhale into your mid-back. So expand your ribs into the floor. Exhale. Good, and then we'll bring the feet flat to the floor. So we'll take some abdominal canister breaths here. So find your neutral pelvis. And then inhale into your mid-back. So big breath in, expand on the inhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, contract the core. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor and contract. Especially focusing on the rib cage pulling down and the pelvic floor lifting. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, contract the core. One more. Inhale, expand. And exhale, lift the pelvic floor, contract the core. Good. Brace the core at the bottom of this exhale, so go deep. Lift the pelvic floor. And then take the arms over your head. Over your shoulders. Good. So brace the core, keep the rib cage down. We'll inhale here. Exhale, brace the core. Inhale the arms overhead. So breathe into your mid-back as you lift the arms overhead. And then exhale, the hands back over the shoulders. Inhale the arms back. expansion into your upper back, and then exhale, hands back over your shoulders, abdominal canister breath. Inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, abdominal canister breath. Good. One more inhale here. And exhale, abdominal canister breath. Good. Now brace the core and start to take one arm up, one arm down, focusing on the contraction of the core and just feeling the core movements or lack of movement in the core as you're moving your arms. So see how steady you can keep your rib cage, how steady you can keep your hips. Keep the pelvic floor lifted, but on your exhale, every time you lift the arm overhead, take an exhale and lift the pelvic floor with your exhale. So you're doing little bitty Kegels. And then take both arms over your chest. And then relax your arms out to your sides. Straighten your legs all the way out on the floor, so extend them all the way out. If this bothers your low back, keep your knees bent. Right? Just stay here and breathe into your upper back. So find that nice full inhale and full exhale. And then we'll engage it. So press your feet down into the floor. Straighten your legs. And imagine you had a block in between your legs, so squeeze the inner thighs together and find your neutral pelvis. Take an abdominal canister breath here, so breathe into your mid-back. Exhale, brace the core, lift the pelvic floor. One more inhale. Exhale, brace the core. Hold the brace at the bottom of the exhale. And then take the arms over your shoulders, and then reach the arms as far back as the shoulder flexibility will allow. And maintain a little integrity and core engagement here. Okay, so breathe deeply and drop the shoulders down your back. So think of a downward dog here. The shoulder blades are pulling down your back. Are you bracing the core, flexing your legs, staying really engaged? Little inhales, little exhales. So your breath, when you inhale, you let go a little bit of the core, and then you exhale, lift the pelvic floor. So you're doing little bitty Kegels. Inhale, expand, exhale, contract. One more here. Inhale, expand, and exhale, contract. Good. Now take your arms all the way to the floor in a cactus. So take an abdominal canister breath here. Inhale into your mid-back. Relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, compress the core. Brace the core, and then we'll start to shrug the elbows down. So glide the elbows down along the floor and then reach them up about shoulder height. And then glide them along the floor and then back up to shoulder height. So we're just using our shoulder blades to anchor down and then come back up. Right? So you might be able to feel your shoulder blades working on your back. But try to resist the tendency to do this, right? We don't want to flare. Try to pull the ribs back as you pull the elbows down. So scrub in and out of arms overhead, elbows down. Do that 3 more times. You can inhale the arms overhead, exhale, elbows down. Inhale, exhale down. So you're maintaining a little bit of engagement in your core here. Inhale, exhale. Using the abdominal canister breath as you're moving. Inhale, exhale. Good. And then rest your arms. Shake your legs out. And then come over to your chest. So we'll actually come through all fours. So hands underneath your knee, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we'll do a cat and cow here. So we'll inhale, open the chest, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, round through your back. Press through your upper back. Inhale, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round back. One more here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round back. Good, and then come back to neutral, and we'll take a child's pose. So knees wide, toes together, sit all the way back onto your heels. Walk the arms forward, forehead to the floor. Take 2 breaths here into your mid-back. Good, and then walking your hands over to the left, reaching through the right hand, sitting your right hip back, and take a few breaths here into your right side waist. So full deep breaths. You feel it in the right side from your right hip to your right shoulder. Good, 2 more breaths here. Full inhale and full exhale. Full inhale and full exhale. And then walking your hands over to the right, extend through your left arm, drop your forehead to the floor. Full inhale, full exhale, breathing into your left waist. Send your left hip back. Create more space for your left side waist. 2 more big breaths here, breathing into your mid-back. Exhale. And 1 more inhale. Exhale. Good, and then coming all the way back up to the center, and then come all the way down to your chest. So laying on your chest, take the hands right by your waist, palms facing down, right forehead on the floor, and then roll your shoulders back onto your shoulders, sockets. Engage your mid-back, and then press your hands down into the floor so you feel some activity between your shoulder blades. And then lift your head just half an inch off the floor. So try not to arch your neck back, but just lift it a little bit so the back of your head is going towards the ceiling. Keep pressing your hands down into the floor and take big breaths here, trying to draw the rib cage a little closer to the pubic bone. And then pressing your hands down so you feel some activity in your upper back and the backs of your arms. So where we're working here is drawing the shoulder blades together, spreading through the chest and really activating the upper back, mid-back. Take 2 more breaths here. Think about growing longer. Keeping that engagement. 1 more exhale. And then turn your head to one side. Take a couple of breaths here into your mid-back. So expand into your mid-back on your inhale. Exhale, release it. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Good. And then bringing your forehead down to the floor, we'll take the palms to face the floor, arms straight back. Roll the shoulders back onto your back. Engage the upper back. Lift your head off the floor just a couple inches. And then lift your arms off the floor without rolling the shoulders forward, right? So drawing the shoulders back, reach back towards your feet. And so stay here, try to activate equally in the right side and the left side. Good, breathing here, and notice if the ribs are flaring at all, try to pull them back, but then use your shoulder muscles to pull back. Good. If you feel any tension in your low back, press your pubic bone down into the floor. It will lengthen out your low back. Good. Take 3 more breaths here. Work well into the shoulders. So really squeeze the shoulder blades back. Reach through the fingertips. Yeah, open the chest from the upper back. 1 more big breath here, and then exhale, lower down, turn your head to the other side. Big breath in, big breath out, let it go. Good, and then turn your forehead down to the floor. This time, turn your palms to face the ceiling, roll the shoulders back on your back, engage your upper back, lift your head off the floor, and then reach your arms back, press the thumbs towards the ceiling. Take a micro bend in the elbows, but just be aware of the shoulders rolling forward, right? So we want to pull the shoulders back. So lift the arms all the way back above your hips. Try to bring the thumbs back behind you without rolling the shoulders forward, right? Keep the shoulders engaged down your back, but then use your arms to press up and back, the thumbs coming behind your back. Good, nice deep breaths here. Notice the engagement in the right side versus left side. See if you can engage them together. Maintain that contraction in your mid-back. If you feel anything in your low back, again, press the pubic bone down into the floor. Take 3 more breaths here. Full inhale, full exhale, contract and squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the hands back. Good, inhale, breathe into your mid-back. Exhale, squeeze and lift the shoulders. One more, inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Turn your head to the other side. Big breaths into your mid-back. So when you inhale, breathe right behind the bra strap. Let the floor press your back open. And then one more, inhale. And exhale. Nice. All right, and then we'll take arm haulers. So turn the palms to face the floor. You can lift your chest just a little bit off the floor. Shoulders go back. Hands lift. Right, same position as before. So inhale here. Exhale. Shoulders down your back. Inhale up to a T, only to the point where you don't feel it in your shoulders. Exhale back to an A. Inhale to a T. Breathe into your mid-back. Exhale A. Inhale T. Exhale A. Good. Inhale T. Exhale A. Inhale T. Exhale A. One more, inhale T. Exhale A, hold an A. Eke a little bit more out of your shoulders. So roll the shoulders back, press through the arms. Okay, keep anchoring through the shoulder blades. Reach back towards your feet. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale and lower all the way down to the floor. Turn your head to the other side. Good, big breath into your mid-back. So lengthen and open through the thoracic spine right behind your bra strap. And then exhale, release it. One more inhale. Exhale, release it. Good. And then we'll come up onto all fours into a forearm plank. So bring your knees underneath your hips, right? So we're going to come into a half plank with your elbows on the floor. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Drop your hips down so you're in a forearm plank, right? The shoulders should be right over the elbows. Drop your shoulders down your back. We can do a little scapular push-up here. So drop your chest forward and then press all the way up between your shoulder blades. And then drop your chest forward. Keep your spine perfectly still, perfectly straight. And then exhale through the shoulders. One more, inhale as you drop down. Exhale, press up through the shoulders. Awesome, good. And then come to neutral, right in between the two. Anchor the shoulders down the back. Think of pressing the thumbs down towards the floor. Now pay attention to the core. Draw the rib cage towards your pubic bone. If you want to come up to full plank, you can here, right? Maintain the legs together, inner thighs squeezed, rib cage towards your pubic bone, and then every time you exhale, lift the pelvic floor. So hold here in forearm plank. If you need to drop the knees down to the floor, do. Keep focusing on your breath. So nice full breaths. Inhale, expand. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor like crazy. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Again, inhale. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the core. Keep pressing through the elbows. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze. Good. And then drop your hips down to the floor. Lift your chest. So press your elbows down and then kind of drag your elbows towards your hips. So you feel your shoulders engage down your back. Good. And then plant your hands on the floor. Let your elbows come out to the sides and lay your head on the floor. Good. And then come on over to your back. So you're going to lay all the way flat on your back. Bring your feet close to your hips. Take a nice abdominal canister breath here to spread through the mid-back. So big inhale. Exhale, abdominal canister breath. And again, inhale into your mid-back to loosen those muscles. Exhale, abdominal canister breath. Good. One more here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Brace the core at the bottom of your exhale. And then press through your heels. Lift your hips. Press your arms into the floor and try to walk your shoulders underneath you. So as an experiment here, try not to move your head. If you're looking at the screen, try to just listen if you can. Moving your head can cause some issues with your neck. Okay, so from here, press your knees out. Like you had a belt around your knees, press your knees out and feel your butt engage. And then go the opposite direction, press your knees in, let your butt go, and feel your inner thighs engage. And then go right in between the two. So press the heels down into the floor. And then take nice big breaths here. Press into your upper back. Find equal pressure between your feet and your shoulders. And press the back of your head into the floor. Take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly drop your hips down to the floor. Good. And then take your feet as wide as your mat or just wider than your hips if you're not working on a mat, and drop your knees from side to side. So you're going to windshield wiper to the right and then windshield wiper to the left. Just opening the front of the hips. You can take your arms into a cactus if you want. And always remembering that if you have tightness in your mid-back, you can always breathe. Take that abdominal canister breath, and that inhale is going to help break up that tightness in the mid-back. All right, and then we'll take the knees over to the right. So you can stack the knees, stack the arms. We're going to do the round the world again. So left hand stacks on top of right. Inhale here. And then exhale, take the arm all the way overhead, all the way back around to the floor, all the way down by your hip. Reach forward. So just notice that this feels different than when we started. So get as much range of motion in your chest as you can, reaching all the way forward, all the way down. Letting your head relax so that you get a little bit of a neck stretch too. So go as far as you can that's comfortable in your range of motion. Even here, you can find a little neck stretch as the arm comes forward. Good. One more inhale all the way forward. Reach the shoulder blade off of the ribs. And then exhale all the way out. Good. Closing the left arm on top of the right. And then drawing your knees into your chest. Come on over to the other side. So left knees on the floor. Right hand stacks on top of left. Inhale here into your mid-back. And then exhale, open the arms. Skim the hand along the floor. All the way open and then all the way down to your hip. Reach all the way forward so you can round forward. Skimming the floor all the way open. Inhale as the arm comes down. So breathe into your mid-back. Exhale and open. And inhale all the way forward. Exhaling all the way back. Oh, this feels so good. And then inhale all the way forward. And then exhale all the way back. Last one. Good. And then take both hands together on the left. And then draw your knees into your chest on your back. Hug your knees in. Take a nice full inhale. Breathe into your mid-back. Exhale, release it. Good. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Draw the left knee into the chest and hold on to your knee. Or you can just leave it here if you want. Right. The other option is to put your foot on the wall. like this. If you want a more passive stretch, you could do it this way. And then draw the knee into the chest. Take the right foot and move it over towards the right. You'll feel more stretch in the outer hip. Stay here for 2 breaths. Full breath into your mid-back. Exhale. Do a mini abdominal canister breath here. 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. Come back to center. Drop your left foot. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Draw the knee into the chest. Good. Full breath in. Exhale, small abdominal canister breath. Inhale into your mid-back. Exhale. And if you want a little more sensation in that left hip, take the crossed foot over towards the right shoulder a little bit more. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale into your mid-back. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Good. Drop your right foot down to the floor. And then coming over onto your seat, come up to sit. Find a comfortable seat, cross the legs. And we'll take the left arm out to the side. Reach the right arm all the way up overhead and try to press that right hip down into the floor. Breathe from the shoulder all the way down to your hip, all the way over. So you can relax your hand on the floor and make sure this shoulder is anchored down, right? So we don't want to hang out like this, but try to anchor it down, even push into the floor a little bit. So full deep breaths here. And then rotate your chest slightly towards your left knee. Breathe into your mid-back. Pressing through your hand, come all the way back up to sit. And then the right hand goes out. Left arm reaches all the way overhead. So again, anchoring the shoulder down the back. Press the hand down into the floor, and you can even push into the floor a little bit to help you get that left hip down. Take it all the way over to the side. Breathe into the left side waist all the way down to the hip. Good. Full breaths here. So breathing into that mid-back, high hinge point. And then rotate your shoulders towards your right knee. So you feel more of a stretch in your lumbar spine and your low back. 1 more full breath here into your mid-back expansion. Exhale. And coming all the way back up to the center. And then switch the cross of your ankles. It's going to feel weird. And then interlace your hands, take the palms forward, press through the base of the palms, reach the arms up overhead. And then take your hands behind your head at the nape of your neck. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. Keep your spine nice and long. Let the elbows pull the chest forward, the chin forward. And then inhale, open the chest, widen the elbows. Exhale, drop the chin, let the elbows drop down. And 2 more breaths here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, drop. And 1 more inhale, open the chest. And exhale, drop. And hold here, breathe into your mid-back. So send that abdominal canister breath into your mid-back. Breathe between the shoulder blades. And exhale, relax your shoulders. Good. 1 more breath here, inhale. Exhale. Opening all the way back out, and then just a simple neck stretch here. So the right fingertips come down to the floor, turn your head to the left, and your chin slightly towards your chest. Take a few breaths into your right side neck. And then coming all the way back up to the center, switch sides. So drop the head to the right, drop your chin towards your chest. Big breaths into your mid-back again. Letting your neck relax. Good, and then coming all the way back up to the center. Good, roll your shoulders out. Right, and then coming back down onto your back. And then either take the feet together, knees wide, hands on your belly or hands into a cactus, or legs straight all the way out. And just stay here for a couple of breaths and let go of your shoulders, let go of the space behind your ribs. So every time you inhale, let that space expand. And then just focus on your breath. So don't try to change it. Just notice the depth of your breath as you're sitting here. If it's more comfortable to bring the arms down, you can do that. Make any adjustments that you need. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Relax your jaw. Relax your neck. Fully breathing in, fully breathing out. And start to deepen your breath. Take a full inhale, full exhale. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a nice stretch overhead, like the first stretch of the morning. Wiggle out your legs, stretch through your arms, and then gather your knees into your chest. Roll over to your side, and come all the way up to sit. And have a seat. Sit in a comfortable seat. Expand through the back of the neck. Find a nice deep breath into your mid-back. Just let everything resettle. Awesome work.